Francis, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I think we already have some sort of relationship, but
Yeah,
I would like for you to present yourself to the audience.
awesome. Thank you. My name is Francis Gikaru. I handle consumer research here at Nendo, a Kenyan-based research and marketing company. So we deal a lot with marketing that is insight-based. So we take the research that we do in the market and use it to push out the marketing so that it's as effective as possible. Yeah.
And so far you've been mainly using our survey products.
Yes,
Yeah.
quite so. We've had terrible experience with having our own Google Forms left unsubmitted. So we would have like responded fatigue too early in the survey and nobody would complete the surveys. So having LOOKA and the completion rate, I think that's why we keep coming back. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I'm happy that we're still working together. So yeah, super happy that it's actually working out for you. Now, before we actually get into like the deeper the things, I'd like to just understand, first of all, like what is the importance of research and consumer insights for Nendo?
Yeah. So we are definitely based on marketing, but one of our biggest goals and our vision is to provide grounded African insights to Africa and the rest of the world.
Emphasis on the grounded.
Yes, because ideally everyone can get numbers. Now, so long as you have an internet connection, you can get numbers. But having the grounded insight that is relevant to the person you're speaking to, that's everything that we are looking for. So insights are important to us because they dictate how well we do our marketing and how well we advertise and come into training and providing solutions to other people. So we tend to come in for consumer research as well as other forms of research so we can get everything in one bucket and have good insights all the way.
And
Yeah.
so when you get those insights, so it pretty much feeds into the strategy.
Yeah.
Before you actually start doing the marketing campaigns.
Yes. So we wouldn't want to have campaigns that flop as much. So having an idea of the target audience, we would segment audiences as well as perceptions.
Yeah.
We would know the type of keywords people shy away from and the type of keywords people are pro keywords from. Sorry, the keywords that people are pro.
Yeah.
So that would make it easier to know the kind of wordings as well as how we would frame our strategies and the like. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you kind of mentioned earlier about doing surveys yourself and not working. So like, what was the different options and alternatives that you used? And this is before LOOKA comes into the framing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like trying to collect consumer insights.
There are free tools such as your Google Forms, your SurveyMonkeys, as well as other web-based platforms. To some extent, I tried to code my own survey platforms, but yeah, too much time.
Too much time.
Yeah. However, one of the main differences is the completion rate as well as the ease of getting the data. I know following up on people or respondents to complete their surveys as well as getting the right demographic takes a bit much of the time, and the quality would dip if nobody is there to observe and make sure people are actually clicking the right buttons. They're the right kind of people you're talking to. So that's why I opted for LOOKA, only because once we set up the criteria as well as the questions, the quality metrics, and then we pack it to you, we are assured that everything should be fine.
So I'm making your life easier.
Quite.
Just sleeping a bit more now.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to like wake up in the middle of the night and respondents in Uganda can't click into the form because it has a regional
that's
barrier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get to sleep because
inside on sleep.
Yeah.
Reason why we created this whole company. So yeah. But okay, cool. And so yeah, so you pretty much tried using those tools. Have you tried using other types of alternatives, or were you trying to maybe work with some other firms?
Yeah.
Yourself?
We've tried other firms. One of the difficult thing that we've experienced is in recruitment and the richness of the pool. So you would find some firms have a set limit of the pool that they have on respondents. So they recruit, they have a catalog of individuals. There's no diversity to it. So it could be individuals who are living in Nairobi only. So we would get skewed results when it comes to the survey entries. But then one thing we needed is a larger demographic. Let's say, for example, we wanted to gauge the perceptions in Mombasa versus Kisumu.
Yeah.
We couldn't do that with such. Yeah. So that's why we tend to not go as much to other firms anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've already kind of like skimmed through it while we were talking, but how has, ever since you started working with us and we started collaborating on the long-term approach, how has that changed the way you even approach projects now?
Mm-hmm. So, especially on the strategy bit, we've done a large campaign, a 6-month campaign on femicide, as well as a behavior change in the same docket. And we had a fairly large advantage when we started with the consumer research from LOOKA. So nowadays, whenever we are on a large project, we always default to first understanding the landscape of what we are dealing with, so that when we are now going to present the solutions, as well as maybe the behavior change campaign, we already know it's going to work. We've analyzed the demographics that are about this.
Yeah.
We've known their problem and how prone they are to take up the solution that we give. Yeah.
And I find it's, because I work in the sector,
Yeah.
I can see it clear, but I feel like how it's very highly underrated, the fact that people don't use that as much as they could, because I feel like it would avoid for a lot of, things that flop actually.
Yeah. Especially in our country.
Yeah.
Let me just speak for our country. There's a slow uptake in research data. Everyone will assume, because I know my receipts, I know my customer.
Yeah.
They would assume, because I have a good idea, it must fit to everyone who's coming to me. And I would say, as the economy keeps growing and competition gets stiffer, everyone will start running back to like research. Yeah. But at the moment, I think the slow uptake is just a perception thing. The assumption that I know my audience and I know my data. So that in time will keep getting. Yeah.
Okay. And can you share, I think you talked a bit about it, but can you share like any specific measurable impact or ROI that you've seen since we've been working together?
Yeah. One thing I would say, our projects have become more impact-based. So once we share out a project, the clients end up creating workshops on it. Not like before, when we would create research projects and they would sit on desks or a hard drive or an email in the client's domain. So we end up nowadays having more individuals wanting to understand, we saw what you did for X and X brand. Can you tell us more about the landscape? So we have the landscape data. We just do more workshops. So it has added an edge on top of the work that we've done on consumer research, as well as just the layout of the land, segmenting different industries and individuals who are consuming products around. Yeah.
And I'm actually a bit curious, especially when it comes to like more like marketing agencies focused. Does the fact that you've added the research component haven't changed the way your clients and potential clients perceive you?
I would say we've not put it out there as much, but the reference that we get ever since now using the research first approach, the reference gets better. So we would have clients recommend us to other clients only because we give them insights that were very close to the reference. Yeah. So we end up having clients see more of the value that we are providing now in terms of new research work, and they would reference it forward. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna throw you a very left ball. So what unexpected or valuable insights have you gotten from the past projects that you worked on?
Unexpected. I think one, should it be project based?
Well, it can be
Yeah.
whatever you feel like. Not necessarily project based, but even like just in
Mm-hmm.
general also.
Yeah, I think the difference in digital use across East Africa. So I saw Kenya is text first.
Oh yeah.
Kenyans thrive on thumb warring.
Very
Yeah, they fight on thumbs. But Uganda, Tanzania, video fast. That was one thing that popped up, and it's quite crazy. When now we look at how social media platforms are being used across now East Africa, it now makes sense. So you'll find your Kenya has large sentiments on text.
Yeah.
Your Uganda and Tanzania has large video outputs. So reach is a big thing for them. Yeah. So I think that's one thing I have that has jumped up as an insight that shouldn't have happened. Yeah.
Okay.